Hi everyone, this is Anna Haferman, and today I want to show you how to do a mock crochet cast on, and I'm using the Brother KX350. It'll be exactly the same on the LK150 and pretty much any machine because you're doing this by hand. This is a mock crochet cast on that I invented, and that's not to say that nobody else has invented it as well, but I came up with this last night and I haven't seen it before. So that's what it looks like. Here's a traditional crocheted cast on, and to do this there's tutorials on the on YouTube and also in just about any knitting machine manual on how to do that. It's, you know, what you do with your tappet tool or your latch hook. So this is what they look like, the two of them. They're similar. This is the mock crocheted cast on, and this is the traditional crocheted cast on. This one has a little more of a braided look, and this one's a little more crocheted, but as you can see, they look fairly similar. The crocheted cast on is pretty firm, and so is the mock one. But it is a little stretchier. But so if I stretch both of these out all the way, this one goes a little further, but not much. And then it's similar. It's similar to the double E-wrap cast on in the technique, but it looks different. This is a double E-wrap cast on, and you can find a tutorial on that. But this is the mock crocheted cast on, and it's basically a double E-wrap cast on just worked upside down. So here's how to do it. The first thing you would do is select your needles and pull them all the way out to position. It's E on a Brother, D on an LK150. It's just all the way out. And then you want to make sure all your latches are open. And you can use your credit card tool, or if you have one of these letter openers, they work really nice. So the first thing you do is thread your carriage, put a clip on the end of the yarn so that you have something holding it down, and then you want to pull down some. You can't see me doing this, but I'm making sure I have some slack in the yarn because I don't want this too tight. So to do this, the first thing I do is take my yarn and go over the first needle and then back through. So I've got the yarn behind the hook, and then I've got the next part in front of the hook. Now I pull that back, make sure the yarn's back behind the needle. Now I go over 2 needles, under the next one, under both, and over and in the hook of the next one. Pull that back. Now I go over 2, under 2, in the hook, pull back, over 2, under, in the hook, pull back, 2. And while you're learning this, you can just be repeating over 2, under 2, in the hook, pull back. That's how I usually learn things. So it goes fast once you've figured it out. Now once your yarn you start getting some tautness, just pull down. So you don't want it to, you want some slack, otherwise it's pulling from both directions and it gets really tight. So go over the 2, under, around. And this is very similar to double E-wrap cast on, it's just the other way around. So as you can see, you can go pretty fast unless you mess up like that. Around, this yarn splitty. So go around, over 2, there we go, over 2. Now the last one, go over, have your yarn behind the latch, and come around, and then put it in the latch. So the first wrap will be behind the latch and the second one will be in front of it. And then just pull that through. Now, bring your tautness of your tension back and then pull all your needles forward so you can knit off the next row. If you don't do this, it's going to be too tight to knit it off. So just do that. Make sure your knitting's back there and your needles are all the way out. And then knit your first row. And the first row is going to be probably the most difficult. Now, check to see that everything knit off, which it did. Now I'm going to pull these out again for my next row before I can put my weight on. And then I should be able to do it. And now I can get some weight on there. And then knit. So now I'll take it off the machine and show you what it looks like. So cut your yarn. Take your weights off so they don't fall on your feet. And knit across. And there it is. This is right off the machine. It's stretchier than the other one I had because the other one I had steamed some and I think it set up a little bit. It does curl a little bit, but it lies pretty flat, and especially after steaming, it was very flat. And this would be a nice edge around, you know, if you wanted it around the bottom of a sweater or around your sleeve. So if you liked my videos, please subscribe and like and leave some comments. I have links for my Etsy and eBay pages, and I sell refurbished knitting machines and sponge bars and other extra stuff that I have. So take a look, and thanks for coming. Thanks.